Evening, guys. It's currently, I think, 11 p.m. South African time, and I said that I'm gonna film each and every Friday, and today is Friday. I just remembered right now that I have to film, so I'm keeping my commitment. And speaking about this week, what type of trading week did I have? I had one trade, and it was a losing trade. It wasn't my fault. It was a normal loss. So that's the type of week I had. That's the progress I made. At least I didn't miss out on any trades I executed, and I learned my lessons. And that's it. And I lost one hour. That's fine. I'm still profitable for the month, and I've had profitable weeks. I think two profitable weeks this month. This is the first loss week, and it's okay. It's not bad news. It's good. So back to what I want to share about my week, the lessons I learned. The huge thing I learned this week is your circle, right? About your circle, the people you circle yourself with. So in the trading game, you're kind of alone most of the time. And I'm filming in my mom's car because everybody in the house is asleep at this time. You're kind of alone, and you might have a desire to go look for friends, but it's very, very important to think about the type of people you want to associate yourself with in your trading. That's the lesson I'm taking from this week, because if the circle you're around in terms of traders, you are the best trader, you're in the wrong circle. Why I say this: if you are the best trader and all the people that you know, all the people you circulate yourself with, you are the one who has more to give than they have to give, because you are like the some sort of the one who has progressed more than the rest. And if the rest aren't even aiming to progress, that's not the type of group you want to associate yourself with. And it is very important, very, very important, that I've realized that it's important that you associate yourself with the very proper group. Why? The proper group encourages you to remain humble. And where you don't feel humble, where you don't feel like you need to push, that environment is not conducive for that person or for myself. And I experienced that, because I wanted friendships and trading, but then I realized when I went into the certain groups that there's a lot more of progress this side, that when I'm with them, I don't feel encouraged to do even more, but I feel like, wow, it just this thing that makes me think, well, I've progressed well, but I don't leave there saying, wow, this guy is challenging me to do more, or etc. etc. And I cannot blame people for where they are. That's where they are, and I hope that they do get better in their lives. But as for a trader who wants to grow, and football player or motorsport driver or whatever, you need the best guys whom, when you leave that circle, you kind of say, wow, these guys were working more than I was, they were doing XYZ more than I was. Why? So that you remain encouraged and humble. And it's not going to be normal to just have only the best traders in your life, but you kind of need a balance of the guys who are very, very, very encouraging, and the guys on whom you can encourage normally. So, and I'm kind of making a video because I just want to share my progress. And another thing that I also learned is that I know it's like up and down. The second thing I learned is, let me just keep it on friends, and then I'll speak about the trading lesson aside. The second thing on friends is, we have to learn who to speak about trading with, right? What do I mean by that? I hope my English is proper. There are some people whom, when you think, because maybe excited, I may have a profitable week, I want to show my progress, but I must think, is this the type of person I can tell them about my trading with? Would they understand what I mean, or will I get criticism? So it's just like Noah building the ark. Think about God saying, Noah, go build an ark, and Noah's gonna tell people, hey, I'm gonna build an ark, I'm gonna build an ark. People don't believe in God, people don't know or didn't hear from God, most likely he's not going to get reciprocated energy. People won't believe him, they will discourage him, etc., etc. So that's what I kind of also am realizing, that we should think, are these the type of people I can tell success to, right? I can speak about what I want to do in life, I can speak about what I want to achieve. If it's not, then we want to speak to those people about whatever we relate the best with. If it's football, let's speak about football, but let's make it short, maybe 10 minutes to speak about football, and I keep on moving. We don't have to go around trying to convince people about trading. And if they are willing to want to learn or understand or listen to your story, they will ask. And don't feel bad about people not asking, because most of the time the things that God has told you, he has told you, and you're the one who has the vision, you're the one who can see what's going to happen. So when you try and convince even the family members and say, oh, I trade, or I think it is much more advisable, now that I realize that, I keep quiet about it. Keep quiet. What do you do in life? I don't want to talk about it, not lie, but say, you know what, I don't want to tell you what I do, because first, before I tell you what I do, I need to understand if you're the type of person who's gonna understand why I do what I do. Otherwise, it's not worth me telling you if you won't even understand in the first place, right? If your mind isn't open to that. So going on to the third thing, is that don't procrastinate solving problems. This week, I've been meaning to solve a certain problem on profits. My system says that there's more profits I can take off the market than what I'm taking. So I always risk one to get three right now. And this is what the market is telling me basically, is that I can get four, I can get five sometimes. So I thought, okay, this is a problem, and it's been reoccurring each and every time I journal. That's why it's important to journal. I journal, and I'm like, okay, can see this is reoccurring, and thank God for helping me realize that. Now, the solution, I was like, you know what, let me not solve this problem right now, because I'm still putting my backtesting data onto my Excel sheet and verifying the news dates, right? So I cannot show it to you now because my laptop is inside, but I verify the news dates for each and every trade I took. So let me wait a bit from solving that. But then this week, something said, you know what, can you solve this problem right now? I said, yes, I can solve it right now. Why not solve it right now? Despite, yes, I have to complete the Excel sheet data. Why not solve my problem right now? Which is very, very crucial. The profit system is crucial. Why not solve it now? And then when I'm done solving that, I can continue. I'm not saying it's wise to do that about everything. Oh, I'm going to pause and do this. No, but there's some problems where I kind of need to solve this now, because it's about more profit on the table. So is this gonna take me long? Possibly not. Possibly it may take me 1 week or 3 days or 2 days to fix. So why not fix it? And then after I'm done fixing that, I can continue taking the project that will take longer. I don't know when I'll finish with the news data. I don't know, honestly. It may take a week or 2 weeks. But since that's gonna take longer, there are things that I can solve right now. And if I can solve them right now, solve them right now, and then continue. So yeah, those are the lessons and those are the progresses. I'm kind of happy that I learned that, especially about people, about friends, about your circle, about convincing, and as well about problem solving. You may have a thing blocking your eye, right, from you seeing, but you are busy holding on to this heavy thing, and it's above your head. What you can do about this problem on your eye is put that thing that is heavy on the ground and just remove the thing here and pick it up and keep on moving, because it won't take you time to just do this, and you can see again, and you can use both your eyes and then pick that thing back up. But if it requires you to go to surgery for 3 months, then you rather finish what you're doing, picking this thing up and taking it to wherever you have to take it, and then going 3 months into surgery for the eye, etc., etc. So that is it. And yeah, and it just ends my video there, and I hope it does encourage somebody in the future when they look at me. And I want my lessons to be a blessing to you. And last thing I'm gonna leave with is that it is important to obey God. What I mean is, Jesus didn't just die for us to, yes, he did die for us to have a relationship with God and to have eternal life with him. But there are things that in having a relationship with God, it is our responsibility still to obey. For example, tithing. It is our responsibility to do that. And when we do that, God gives us the ability to produce wealth. Another one, resting on your Sabbath day. God made the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh. We are to trade for 6 days or work for 6 days and then on the seventh day rest. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I am tempted to go to this event in Sandton where the broker is meeting and there'll be other traders and stuff. But because it's my Sabbath day, I'm going to choose to obey the word of the Lord and not go there and just take it easy. I'm just going to go out and just go relax somewhere or play PlayStation with my friends and rest from trading. And an event will catch me again in the future, but if it's on my day of Sabbath, I'm gonna rest. Even if it's racing, I'm gonna make sure that I race at these days, but then the seventh day in the segment in which I was busy, I rest. So why is it important? It's important to obey because obeying God leads to the blessing. Jesus didn't die and have Sabbath rest for us and tithe for us and give to the poor for us. He died for our sins. But we still need to give to the poor. We still need to be generous to the poor, give a tithe, rest on the Sabbath day to experience the blessing of the Lord. So that's it, guys. And I'm gonna have to make it short because I'm using, by the grace of God, iPhone, and it's recording it like heavy note. Probably the videos at 1 gig or something, and these apps and pictures in my phone, so kind of the stuff won't fit. And if I want to edit this video, I have to make it short so that I can edit it out of the phone. But if you did enjoy the content, I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate this being a blessing to you. I would have wished somebody make these videos for me to look at them today and be like, okay, I understand what this guy did to get where he is. But I'm making them for somebody because I hope that they do help somebody. And if they do help somebody, that would touch my heart. If somebody says, yo man, your videos really helped me, encouraged me, I would be so happy and glad. So I hope you are blessed and stay well. That's it from me.